everyone's duty to pick up litter. 0207 862 2222 is the number. A 23-year-old father from Stapleford in Nottinghamshire has made picking litter part of his daily routine. And I'm pleased to say, I'm going to get my picker, my grabber here. Here we are. Connor Hart joins us now. Connor, how are you?
I'm doing okay, are you?
Yeah, I'm very, very good. How did it start and why do you do it?
I actually started doing it just after my daughter was born. I wanted her to grow up in an environment where she didn't have to tread through litter. She was proud of where she lives.
And what were you facing every day when you took your daughter out on the street?
It was awful. There used to be doggy bags everywhere, fly tipping, cigarette butts, crisp packets, cans. It's awful. You can barely walk. OK. I mean, a lot of people would say this is the council's job. They should be looking after this. Why did you decide to take it into your own hands? Well, there's only so much funding that goes into councils, unfortunately. There's never going to be enough money to go around. We do actually have a wonderful council team and we work alongside them. But it's just simple. There's not enough people for the amount that actually do these offences.
Do you think it's everybody's duty, though? Obviously, you've decided to do this to improve the environment for you and for your family. Do you think this is something we should all be doing?
No, I don't think this is a necessity. I don't think people should be feeling like they need to do this. I actually think prevention's the best way to go forward, to prevent people from actually littering on the streets, be fines or other creative ways throughout the community. I think that's probably going to be the best way to tackle litter in the UK.
I mean, what's the reaction you get out on the street? Do people wonder what you're up to? Do they think you're a bit weird sometimes, Connor?
I can't say I've had anyone come up to me and say I'm a bit weird, but it's been a wonderful community reaction. Either be it on the street, through Facebook posts, I'll get people stop and talk to me, congratulate me and say how good of a job they've noticed. Since I've started it properly, it's been like night and day. The council's been trying to match as well what we've been doing as volunteers. It's been wonderful, actually.
Well, listen, good on you, Connor, and keep it up. I hope it makes you happy. I mean, it is about the feeling you get from it as well. Clearly, you're getting a lot from it.
Yes, it is. It's the best way to start my day. It honestly just makes me feel like I'm actually making a difference.
Yeah.
Can I just say to Connor, you're my hero, Connor.
Yep.
The country should be full of people like you. Thank you.
You wouldn't like that, Adam.
Thank you.
I think he's amazing.
Thank you so much for joining us, Connor, and keep it up. Love to your family. Well, here's the big shock. Carol, that means I'm your hero too.
No, you just have an implement to pick up litter. Doesn't mean
I want one of them, please. Give it. I want to be a hero.
I
Yes.
am a litter picker. So everything changed to me on the day that I met the Penny Lane Wombles for a filming day. They're in Penny Lane in Liverpool. We went litter picking.
Good.
It was such a great experience.
How many times have you done it since?
I do it regularly with my wife.
Well, that's good. No, I'm not taking the mick. You know, there's a woman I used to see on Dorset Beach every other day, on a beach in Dorset, and she goes and clears up after a day when families have been there and left paper and plastics and litter. And I said, do you get paid for that? She said, no. I said, I just love my beach. You know, it's not her.
What's wrong with it, Marvyn? Why shouldn't we?
I actually think Connor is amazing, and I love the idea of people doing it. I'm not doing it, though. And again, this maybe comes to the environment. In my environment, even this morning, taking my kids to summer camp, somebody had left bags out and foxes had ripped it open, and now the whole area is just full of debris. That type of social lack of care is impossible for me to do that every single time and fight the amount of people who are not following social conduct. I do believe we need to look at it and do something about it, though.
OK,
laziness to me.
I'm going to go even further. I'm going to say litter picking is a revolutionary act.
It's a duty.
No, it's not. It's beyond
revolutionary
that.
act.
You are taking control of your community. Okay. You're taking the responsibility away from councils and saying, I'm going to do this because I'm going to improve my environment.
Can I say, which so many people are, I'm sure Marvyn is intent on saving and protecting the planet, why on earth wouldn't you want to save and protect it from materials that degrade it? And that's exactly what this is. Litter, it harms wildlife, it harms marine life. Half of the turtles in all the world have ingested plastics. It harms pets, it harms people, it poisons water supplies. Why wouldn't you do your little bit in helping to negate those effects? Why would you walk past and go, that's not my job?
I do think respectfully, right, if you're talking about environments, right, when I go to very nice areas in the country, I can see a piece there and I'm like, oh, I'm going to pick that up. If you're talking about bags upon bags and every single road has this on, this is a problem of, especially inner city London, is a very different culture compared to the countryside. And I'm saying it's so overwhelming that even attempting to do it on one day is irrelevant. We need reform before we start asking people to pick it up. I want to give Marvyn a
fact here which supports what he's just said, exactly what he's just said. Keep Britain Tidy, the organisation, says litter breeds litter. So if you live in a nice area, people tend not to drop litter. If
we've got to take your window theory. We've got loads of your calls coming in on this. We're going to take them after the break. Is it everyone's duty to pick up litter? 0207 862 2222 is the number you need. We'll see you very soon. We're going to get straight onto your calls on whether it's everybody's duty to pick up litter, like 23-year-old Connor does every morning, and like I do when I get the chance. Nita is in Leicester. Are you joining the revolution, Nita? Are you picking up as you travel around the country?
I joined the revolution, if you want to call it such, 20 years ago.
Good girl.
Brilliant.
I've been litter picking every day for the last 20 years. I'm very sad I don't have holidays. And I do it because I want to improve the environment. OK,
what does it give you? This is the thing. You get out in your community. If you do it regularly, if you have a reason to do it, you start seeing things that other people miss. What is it you've learnt about where you live?
I've learnt that I know a lot more people than I would have done. I see things that I probably wouldn't have done if I'd just been driving around in a car. I appreciate the environment more. I enjoy the walk. I walk with my dog. I'm on my third litter picking dog now. I'm wearing them out. And I just enjoy doing it. I find it's a very worthwhile occupation, for want of a better phrase.
Excellent stuff, Nita. Are you going to convince Marvyn? Because Marvyn's a bit... He says it's too big a problem. He's overwhelmed by it.
It's not his problem.
Well, everything is a big problem when you first look at it. If you do small areas, that then becomes less of a problem. I was saying to your researcher, it isn't just children. People think it's kids, and it isn't. Unfortunately for me, I live equidistant between a pub and a supermarket, and I find that there's people coming out of the pubs with their kids, and they throw down nappies at the traffic calming. And I just don't get that. I really don't get that. If you've been somewhere where there are facilities to change your kid, great, use the facilities. Don't then think, oh, I'll take the bag home. Oh, no, I don't like the smell. I'll chuck it out at the traffic calming.
You're warming me. And if you're not in Leicestershire, if you were in London, I probably would come hang out. I actually might come to Leicestershire. You're moving me, Nita. I'm listening. Thank you very much. I really do.
This teaches people to respect where they live. And lots of these communities exist all over the country anyway, the litter picking communities. It's fantastic. And it teaches kids respect. Surely you'd want your kids to live on a street that's clean.
I know my children are incredibly well considered and behaved. But again, the surroundings are intense.
OK, this is the other thing that you say. We don't have bobbies on the beat in the same sort of numbers that we used to have. When I went out with the Penny Lane Wombles, one of the things they said is you would not believe the amount of drugs paraphernalia that we see. And we get that picture. Have a look at this. It's a picture of, look, there we go, laughing gas canisters that they collect. And they're getting the idea that the police will never get of just how much laughing gas use there is in their community. They go back to their families and say, watch out for these things, because most people wouldn't know what they're looking at when they see that. Let's take another call. Lucy's in Essex. Are you part of the revolution, Lucy? Are you joining me on the streets with our grabbers?
Well, I suppose so, under duress, really, because the council were not doing their job. So every time I used to go to the shop, it just become repulsive when I looked at the streets. They just cleaned the main road, They bring a cart down every so often that doesn't even touch the edges because there's so many people crammed in everywhere that they can't get to the edges because of all the cars piled up. And I did 10 hours over 3 days, and I got 13 black sacks of bits and bobs rubbish. It is disgusting. It is living in a rubbish tip.
Would you rather not do it, or are you getting something from the process in the same way Nita was saying?
Well, I'm getting something from it that I don't want to live in this repulsive-looking area, so I have no choice. And then they put my council tax up. And actually, in the gutters, there's all this thick black stuff with worms, and there's a whole ecosystem living in there that I had to scrape up with a dustpan. It's disgusting, it's filthy, and it's wrong, and it's a health hazard.
Lucy, I thought we had Marvyn for a second. I think we might have just lost him.
No, I'm still in the room, but I do feel that there is a layer of pressure on local councils to find an answer to this. Like, I remember growing up with Keep Britain signs, Keep Britain tidy signs, absolutely everywhere. And it was a constant reminder of my commitment to my local community that doesn't seem to exist anymore. And I think that that's actually a negative. So we do need to put pressure on councils as well as local people like yourself to support it.
It's important to say, if you are going out picking litter, you know, you've got to stay safe, stay clean as well, use gloves, you know, don't touch the stuff. Keep it up, Lucy. Try and find others that are like you to join the clinic so you're not all by yourself. We're going to take another call. Tom's in Manchester. Are you a litter picker, Tom, or are you a litter avoider?
Hi, good afternoon. I detest people who litter. I mean, I think we've got to change how we start thinking about this as a society. I mean, it all depends on what you want to, what environment you want to live in. I mean, I don't pick up litter myself, but I should do. But if you went to somewhere like Dubai and you got caught littering, you'd be locked up.
By whom, though, Tom? I mean, who's there to spot it? Because that means we have to have enforcement on the street, and we haven't got that in the numbers we used to.
Yeah. True, but it's drilled into society over there. I mean, if you walk down the streets, they're pristine. People won't think twice about, you know, they won't think about littering because it's drilled into society. Whereas, as we as a society, I think, just see it as somebody else's job to pick up. You know, I think it's outrageous to see people throwing it out of cars. See people throwing it out of cars and all sorts. There's a lady who picks it up on the road round the corner from mine every day. And I still see people driving past when she's picking it up, throwing stuff out the car windows.
Oh, well, that looks like that's her job then, doesn't it? That's part of the problem. But if there's enough of you, it's a different matter. Listen, thank you so much, Tom. Thanks for all your calls. Vanessa is here now, no doubt with something very grabby for us.